We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxing Ego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live.
Andre Ward reacts to Canelo versus Triple G and admits that Triple G had been looking old and shop worn for a while. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you come in and smash the like button, SLC, subscribe, like, and comment for the latest and greatest in boxing. I need your guys' help. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Max Kellerman had Andre Ward as a special guest, and he recapped and gave his opinions and thoughts on the Canelo versus Triple G Part 3 farce, or as they like to call it, trilogy. This is what Andre Ward had to say. Quote, Golovkin, he's looked 40 years old for some time, right? And then Max Kellerman said he has, right around the time he turned 38 through 40. He looked like he could fight. He could still fight at the highest level. When he fought Canelo the second time, I thought Canelo won the second fight. Back to Andre Ward's comments, he says, quote, I thought that Canelo should have stopped that version of Gennady Golovkin. If Canelo is who he says he is, an all-time great, you got to take advantage of a fighter like that, who literally just showed up to get a check. Wow. He said Golovkin really just showed up to get a check. The performance from Canelo was a little shocking. I thought he would do a little bit more, but the performance from Golovkin was not shocking. I was shocked by the reaction and the response that people finally got the revelation that he's looking old. He's looked old for the last 2 or 3 years, and because he's got the mantra of Mexican style, everybody excuses the fact that he takes way too many punches and way too much punishment. The response time and reaction wasn't there. This is Andre Ward breaking down the fight. If you think about it, this is the biggest name, the only real name that Golovkin has on his record. No matter how you feel about it, that's the truth. Andre Ward continues, I don't think that he wanted to fight some of those fighters, talking about Triple G. I'm not talking about me. There were certain guys that you and I know being at HBO that he wasn't going to fight. Max Kellerman asked Andre Ward where Canelo's legacy is at, and Ward says, quote, it's tricky, it's complicated. On the surface, he's fought everybody, he's done everything, he's taken all the risks. If you know what you're looking at and you know what you're looking for, you look at some of the names he fought, Canelo doesn't have a lot of prime names on his resume. That being said, I think Canelo is a great talent. I think he's had a great career, and of course, he's a Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about that. But I think there's a little bit more window dressing with his record than people recognize with this career. I think his team has done a phenomenal job. You got to give it to Oscar De La Hoya a lot of credit. He doesn't get a lot of credit for co-signing Canelo earlier in his career and also helping with the matchmaking. He continues by saying they know when to, because Canelo to fight certain guys and when to stay away. Benavidez is not going to happen right now. It's not going to happen because it is too dangerous. Andre Ward concluded by saying there's no rush to fight Benavidez. Wow. Now, Andre Ward, you know, he's a man of many words and sometimes a man of few words. Like he usually speaks when he has things to say that are relevant. And this was good conversation, not from Max Kellerman, but from Andre Ward. Andre Ward, very eloquent in his delivery. And he touched on a lot of points for the length of this particular segment. So hats off to SOG. Now, everything he's saying is true. And in fact, I've told you all this stuff on my channel. Make sure you guys subscribe. Ego Stradamus strikes again. People can say whatever they want, but it's so funny when I say all of these things on my channel. I'm on the front line. I'm public enemy number one. People don't understand where I'm coming from or pretend that they don't, because I think they truly understand when I'm saying it in real time. You know, if you know the names, faces, and the players in this game, And, you know, for whatever reason, it's met with all types of resistance, but resistance is futile. And at the end of the day, what's done in the dark comes to light. And now we're starting to see. To be honest, I think Canelo versus Triple G3 was a fight that exposed both of Canelo, and it also exposed Triple G, and it exposed DAZN. It was a walking L, which is what I predicted. This was a fight that I don't really know anyone that watched it and thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you have to be honest with yourself, hand over heart, it was the worst of the trilogy, which I also predicted. There's no way you could tell me Canelo Golovkin 1 or Canelo Golovkin 2 was worse a fight. I'm not talking about outcomes, because the first two, there was some controversy with the outcomes. I'm just talking about from start to finish, bell to bell, what fight was more enthralling? What fight was more scintillating? What fight did you get up out of your seat for or had high drama? The third fight was just, the reason why I'm saying it exposed both of them. Canelo was coming directly off a loss to Dimitri Bivol. If he's who they say he is, and number one pound for pound, which he was just on the pound for pound list and things like that, despite failing a drug test before, right? Then you would think that he would have went after the fresh meat, pause, and tried to avenge the Bivol fight, especially considering the fact that Canelo Alvarez says that he beat Bivol and Bivol only won 4 or 5 rounds. There's no way you could convince me that Canelo and his team and Eddie Hearn truly believe that he beat Bivol, because if you really think you beat a person, then why wouldn't you do an immediate run back and rematch him? What would be the point of just simple common sense? Why would Rematch Room and Eddie Hearn and Canelo's side put a one-way rematch clause in the contract that stipulated only if Canelo loses does he have the opportunity to rematch Dimitri Bivol? And in this particular case, he lost to Bivol and he didn't trigger the rematch. So why would you even take the time? What's the point of even putting a rematch clause in the contract if you're not going to exercise it? Reason being, you just want that as a cushion and as a safety net in the event that you lose, then you can make the decision and you can force the person's hand. But seeing how badly Bivol beat him, I don't think Canelo wanted to run that back immediately. So he tried to pick on a 40-year-old Golovkin. And as you guys heard from SOG, you guys, I don't know if you wanted to listen to me when I said it, but Andre Ward is saying the same thing. Golovkin for the last several years has looked older. He's looked different. He looks shop worn. I mean, I'm talking about Steve Rolls fights. Basically every fight on DAZN. Basically every fight since the Canelo loss on HBO. Every DAZN fight. Steve Rolls, he was getting tagged. No one even knew who that was. This was a guy who never really fought outside of Canada. Never had like a bunch of 10 and 12 round fights. And he was even tagging Triple G, some obscure unknown guy. It took several rounds for Triple G to get Kamil Sesmeta out of there. When Triple G fought Derevyanchenko, I thought he should have lost the fight, and he got hurt. It looked like he was about to get stopped by Derevyanchenko in one of the rounds. So Canelo knew what he was doing. He was trying to cherry pick. And that's why he also fought Kovalev, because he waited for Andre Ward and Eleider Alvarez to beat and stop Kovalev. And then he had a super tough fight with Anthony Yarde. Canelo calls him on a quick turnaround scenario. And then that's when Canelo decides and opts to fight him. So, you know, I think people are now starting to see it, or it's so flagrant. Now you're seeing more and more people speak on it. But this is what I've been speaking on my channel. So it just feels great. It feels beautiful to have my channel. And at the end of the day, you guys got the breadcrumbs. You can hear what I said. It's cemented in history. And like I said, the rest of the boxing world seems to be catching up. I'll give credit to us outside of myself. I'll give credit to Juan Manuel Marquez and Nacho Beristain. Between the three of us and David Fetelson of ESPN, Elos Golpes, right? Between us four, we've been telling you the whole Canelo, you know, what's been going on. And now you're hearing Andre Ward say it as well. He's saying that they know when to fight guys. Benavidez is too dangerous. So Canelo, he can say whatever he wants. I don't want to fight a Mexican fighter and make it look like it's a pride thing. You don't want to fight David Benavidez for the same reason that Floyd said and Andre Ward is now saying, because it's a dangerous opposition and it's a bigger guy, younger guy, and you don't want to have to go through that, right? Just like you didn't want to do an immediate Bivol rematch. So it'll be interesting to see how long DAZN can even stay in business, at least in America, with Canelo robbing the bank and not getting events that people are getting up for, which would make that ROI and make everything make sense. They had paid Canelo, the report said Canelo Golovkin 3, the main event, got $75 million between two people. And if you think about that, that's a huge waste and a huge loss, considering the event, the undercard wasn't good, and the whole event seemed like it was unsatisfactory. People didn't seem like they were thrilled with the outcome. You know, you didn't see it trending and going viral on Twitter, and there was no knockdowns, no knockouts, no real good moments. And like Andre Ward said, and like I said, it looked like Triple G had been regressing for several years, and it looked like he showed up for a paycheck. Boom, we unpacked.
Introducing Super Thanks, right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a Super Thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super Thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super Thanks.
The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.
Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work it.